Hey, welcome back. I'm going to talk briefly on a song that I really like. It's interesting to talk about. The song title is Lake Effect. I wrote this with Gary Reamy and Elise Saunders, two Canadians actually. In fact, they were sitting around talking about the lake effect a couple years ago, talking about how tough the lake effect was, and I'm listening to them, and not quite sure what the lake effect is. Come to find out, it's when this cold air comes across the Canadian comes across Canada and picks up moisture across the Great Lakes and deposits lots of snow on areas upper peninsula, Michigan, Detroit, all these places. So quite the weather event. Didn't quite know what that meant. In fact, from a guy from Kentucky like myself, the lake effect is like you're about 3 beers in and your stringer full of bluegill, and you're not thinking about what you should be doing or what you maybe did. You're just sort of here now. That's the lake effect. Anyway, wrote this song. It's a list song. List songs are pretty common. They've been around for a long, long time. Turn of the century, really. And you'll know it's a list song because I list certain things rather than it being full sentences. It's a good way to describe some things. And another, I think, a really cool principle that happens in this song is what poets call sound and sense. Sound and sense, whereby the line performs what it describes, which is, I think, the best, most concise definition of sound and sense. It performs what it describes. For instance, a line like, along a lonely thoroughfare. Long a lonely thoroughfare. That is long and lonely, is it not? That line is long and lonely because obviously the alliterations on the L's and the long O's and lonely thoroughfare. And those multisyllable words just stretch that line out across a long and lonely thoroughfare. Another one that my buddy Chris Latham actually helped me with on a song, another dreary afternoon. Just the way that rhythm, it's very dreary and monotonous, repetitive. Another dreary afternoon. There's no other way to really say that other than that way. So the line performs what it describes. It's kind of like onomatopoeia, but not quite. And there's some good examples in this song that you'll hear, I think. Go up and down, to and fro, catch a fish, let her go. Those lines are actually bobbing up and down in the water, just like the boat and like the bobber that the singer describes. So listen out for that. And there's also a nice effect that we do. We in every chorus, we move time a little further along by the number of beers that the guy has had. The first chorus, he has 2 beers. This next chorus, he has 3 beers. And then we wind up sort of doing a nice turn on the very last chorus, which really, the song just snaps its tail at that point, and the real country song payoff really happens there, and you'll see what I mean. And we had to do something at the end of the song, or it would have been just a travel log. It would have been just a guy talking about, hey, I'm out here fishing and it's fun, and these people over here are kind of getting on my nerves, but it's fun. And it would have been nothing else, like I said, but a travel log. But it does something different and turns into bridge, and we find out why the guy is there and why he's telling us this story, which I think is an important part of a narrative song. Why are you there? Why are you telling me this? So let me play it, and you'll listen for those things, and you'll know what I mean. Another thing before I start, that Richard Lee, wonderful songwriter, told me one time, we don't just write the song, we write the record. And I thought that was just great. And he was, we were writing, and he was writing something in the margin about this is the string line, and he was hearing this is the turnaround, and harmonica in here, whatever, kind of arranging as you go. When I came up with this, to me that's sort of like the light bouncing off the water. Light wind, skies clear, hot sun, cold beer, all week, big wreck, shift work, small check, but now I'm floating around on the water, all alone in the world, watching that old yellow bobber go up and down, to and fro, catch a fish, let her go. 2 beers down and 1 on deck, waiting on the lake effect. Beachside, big crowd, radio too loud, redneck, houseboat, barbecue and pot smoke, while I'm floating around on the water, all alone in the world, watching that old yellow bobber go up and down, to and fro, catch a fish, let her go. 3 beers down and 1 on deck, waiting on the lake effect. This time last week she pulled out her suitcase, said, I've had enough, boy, I ain't coming back. Floating around on the water, all alone in the world, watching that old yellow bobber go up and down, to and fro. Should I keep this one or let her go? 2 hearts down and none on deck, waiting on the lake effect. Waiting on the lake effect. Waiting on the lake effect. Ah, there it is. Sweet. Did you hear some of those principles at work there? It's pretty cool, but sound and sense, that list song, obviously, and write the record. But that's how we move the time a little further along in the chorus is by adding a couple, adding a new beer every chorus, and at the end you got the real stinger. And why is he there? We answered the question, why is he there, and why is he telling me this? Sort of what I require out of a story type song. But I hope you enjoyed that and learned something about that, and talk about a whole lot of things at my website, at the subscription model, The Fine Art of Songwriting, that you're invited to join by clicking on the link in the post. I'd love to have you. Love to share these things I've learned with you. You can do that by, again, clicking on the post and joining us there at the website model. Okay, thank you.